Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I thought I'd break these into individual conversations. I'm recording this before, if you guys want them all together, you check out my lives, but this will be broken down, and these are the kiosk text messages between Wade and whoever he talked to in October 2019. So basically starting after he gets arrested for the murder, his first ability to be able to use the kiosk, right? And it goes up until the middle of November. So it'll be his first kiosk text message isn't until 10/14/2019, so October 14th, because that must be just when he was able to do the kiosk messages. So he got arrested the 8th. So by the time he was able to use the system, so all the booking and all the stuff you have to go through when you're first arrested. So it looks like he was probably in there for 6 days before he was able to do the kiosk messages. Now I think he was able to use the phone obviously before that. But anyway, so I'm going to break them down individually. So this video is going to be between him and his adoptive parents. Most of them is Candy, his mom, and there's a few with his dad, Steve. So these are his adoptive parents, okay? Now remember, he got adopted when he was still a baby. So these are really the only parents he knew up until I think when he was like 18 he met Steve, his bio dad. Pretty sure he was 18. Oh, a little side note. Don't get confused when you see Steve up here. His adoptive father and his bio dad are both named Steve. So the Steve that we're going to be reading today, and there's only a few messages with Steve, is his adoptive dad. And then I'll have some other time I'll make a pre-record of him and his messages with his bio dad, but that's a different Steve. So yeah, I just got these in, guys, so let's read them. Okay, so let's start here. So we're gonna start with his first messages with his mom. Starts on 10/16, so October 16th, 2019. Okay, so Candy says, Wade, your dad and I love you always. Love mama. This is at 10:52 a.m., October 16th, 2019. Like I said, remember, he gets arrested on October 8th after he just got done murdering Christine and Diane. Okay, so Candy, his adoptive mom, says, Wade, your dad and I love you always. Love mama. Wade responds, I love you too, mama. It's so good to hear you say that to me. I really needed it right now. If you want to, mama, you can add credits on here for both of us so that we can talk. I believe it's a bit cheaper than the phone. I really need you now. I love you and dad so much. So now this is the next day, 10/17 at 7:47 p.m. Wade says, "Love you so much." And then she doesn't respond until the next morning at 8:48 a.m. She says, "Hi Wade. Our weather here is nice and sunny. We had such a warm, hot summer and beginning of fall. I'm sure by now the leaves have changed up north and may be falling. Our dog loves the cooler weather. He sits on the porch as long as we let him. He now is about 75 pounds and still growing. He knows a lot of commands and is well behaved as long as we are with him. Dad is semi-retired. That leaves him time for golf and motorcycles. He is officiating some, and that leaves time for the kiddos. There's always stuff to do around the house, of course. As for me, I am completely retired. I help your sister around the house and spend time with the grands. We got to spend time with our newest grandson. That was fun. I'm still cooking a lot, although it's not as much fun cooking for two. I have our Halloween decor up, and soon we'll put up my Christmas decor. Have to go. Please don't ask for money for your canteen. I told everyone no money to be sent. I love you very much, Mama. Lordy, Lordy. And you will see if you go watch the live where we read all of them together, you will see how much he asks not only his mom and dad, but his sisters constantly. He'll keep asking them for money. It's crazy. After she says that, he will continue to try to get money. And she does end up giving in. Not much, but okay. Anyway, so that was 8:48 a.m. and then 9:55 a.m. So this is Wade to Candy. He says, "When you put your decorations on the house up, will you send me pictures? The media cannot and has no access to what is on here or what comes to or is in the jail. Sorry for asking for canteen, but I need to buy toothpaste, deodorant, boxers, etc. These are things they do not give to me. But anyways, I'm doing okay and trying to keep my head up at all times. Easier said than done at moments. How is your morning going so far, Mama? I am glad to hear that you are fully retired, but you still do so much, as you tell me with all the grandkids, that is your full-time work anyways." I spoke with 2 lawyers a day or so ago, which was great. They came to speak with me. Not much else going on right now, Mama. I love you so much. Can't wait to hear back from you. So then later on that evening, she responds back and she says, just got back from Grandparents' Day at your niece's school. She is always asking about Uncle Wade. Dad and I got to visit her classroom and meet her teacher. Then we had lunch with her, and that was fun. The schools don't let the kids go door to door fundraising anymore, so they asked the grandparents for $125 per child. That seems insane to me. That's a lot of money for retired people. Anyway, it was fun. After it was all over, we picked the two up and came home. They loved that. We are at Wendy's house. She made chili and cornbread. We are having dinner here tonight, and then we carve the pumpkin and cook the seeds. Then we go home. I've been up since 5, so I'm exhausted. Love you, Wade. And then the next day, she writes him at 4:47 p.m. Candy writes Wade and says, "Hi, sweetie. Blank had his last flag football game this morning. He is so funny. He runs right next to the guy from the other team who is carrying the ball but doesn't try to get his flag. He says, 'Look at me, I can keep up with that guy,' but he never reaches for the kids' flags. He's so funny. He only cares that he can run faster than anybody on the team. He's having a great time, even though they lost. Wendy made homemade cookies for the last game. They were so cute. They were decorated like a football field. She does cookies for everyone and everything. She is very creative. Instead of making cakes for their birthday parties, she makes the most creative cupcakes. She has made Mickey cupcakes, mermaid cupcakes, shark cupcakes, and rocket cupcakes. Plus, she makes each child a special cookie to take home with their goodie bag. She's a great mama. Well, I cleaned the house today. Not fun, but at least I can still do it. My birthday's coming up, and I'm going to be 68. Wow, I can't believe it. I'm sure you know Blank's birthday is the same as mine. I don't keep in touch with them. Rosemary has made it clear she doesn't want us around. That's okay. We tried. We got to hold Blank when she was a baby. That's all, sweetie. Love, Mama." Rosemary is the baby mama, okay? And now since I redacted these names, like when they mentioned the kids, they didn't come redacted, the kid's name, so I redacted them. This wasn't the son, this was the daughter. So remember, he thought he had 2 kids with Rosemary, and then they come to find out later that the one isn't his. So, by the name of this, who she's talking about, this is actually the daughter, which obviously I think at this time, this is in 2019, they still think it's Wade's. But then Rosemary ends up getting, I think, paternity test or whatever, and finds out that Wade's not the father of the daughter, but is of the son. So, just wanted to let you know that, yeah, she was talking about the daughter here is actually not his. So this is the next day, the next evening at 8:14 p.m. Wade says, "Love you so much, Mama." And then 2 days after, so on the 22nd, Wade writes to his mom and says, I don't know why it's all capital letters. He goes through this capital letter phase here too. "I love you and wanted to let you know that in this jail you can't send me books. They have a library and you actually purchase the books with your canteen money. I really wish you would have a change of heart and allow for money to be placed on my account. This way I can buy reading material and hygiene items. I am on 23-hour lockdown in a cell by myself. Please rethink this, Mama. Please. I love you." Dude, I mean, he can't even not ask for a little bit. She said in the 2 messages ago, "Do not ask anybody. They're not going to send money." And then that next one, he goes on about hygiene and how he needs them. And now, "Oh, I really wish you would rethink," and just bugging about money. It's nonstop. Okay, so now 2 days late on 10/24, Candy responds and says, "Hey, Wade, I was wondering when I send you or one of your sisters send you a letter, how come it comes COD when we have already paid for a return letter from you? Just curious. No, I have not changed my mind about sending you money. I love you, Mama." Oh, it's funny. Nope, sorry, not gonna send you money. So that was at 5:40, and then he responds in about an hour after she wrote that, and he says, "Wendy sent me very few credits days ago, so I assume they have all been used up by now. How was your birthday today, Mama? I love you very much, and do still wish you would reconsider, because I can't buy soap, toothpaste, shampoo, socks, boxers, books without you guys. These are things that I cannot get without you, Mama. I will stop asking, No, you won't. He says that, but Wade, you don't stop asking nonstop. But anyway, says, I will stop asking, but just know I need you. I am in a cell by myself 23 hours of the day, and it would be great to buy books and have things to occupy my time with. Again, though, how was your day, and what did you do? Every time that I get a letter from you, it makes me smile and makes my day so much brighter. My day today was the same. I woke up around 4 p.m. and read some out of the one book I do have, and then ate dinner. Now I'm going to read some more and then try to get back to sleep early on. So, is anyone allowed to order me a magazine, or is that not something you will allow? Love you so much, Mom, and can't wait to hear back from you. Can you send me a picture? Love you all. So, this sounds like a mom that already knows Wade's bullcrap about asking for money and what it really probably goes for. He's trying to like pitch it for like hygiene in magazines, which whether or not she thinks it'll go for that or not, she's probably tired of the crap of him always like the only time he reaches out to ask for money, you know? Anyway, so that's 1024. I like to remind myself what the date is to see how long in between. So now 4 days. So she doesn't respond, and who knows if they talked on the phone, but from the phone calls from prison, remember, it sounds like they didn't talk on the phone for months, but I don't know when that started. But anyway, so 1028. So 4 days after that last message she sent. No, it was he sent. Sorry, 4 days. So she didn't respond through a message. And then 4 days later, he writes her again and says, Hey there, Mama. Just wanted to write to you today and let you know how much I love you. Thank you for being here for me now through this very difficult time. Despite what the media is saying, it is not true. So, how was your day today, Mama? And what did you do? Every time that you write to me, I am filled with happiness and joy. Let's see. For me, today I woke up at around 4 p.m. The medication that I take makes me sleep from about 11 at night until 3 or 4 in the afternoon, which, yes, is a lot, but and then there's some redactions. Is there ever a period of time where we can talk on the phone? I know it is expensive, but maybe we could every once in a blue moon. Just let me know, Mama. Also, I heard that they are coming out with something similar to iPads in the jail, and on them we can communicate and you can be at your home and have visitation with me. But of course, this all costs money, so not sure where you stand on that. Well, I love you so much. Write back soon. Let everyone know I send all my love. And then a couple days later, he writes to her and says, Hey, Mama, wanted to let you know that I love you and that I hope you write to me soon. And then the next day, she responds. The next morning, she says, Hi, sweetheart. My heart is broken. It is so hard for me to believe this stuff and the future you face. I'm asking you to accept Jesus as your personal savior. Please, Wade. Even if you don't believe, if you're right, no big deal. If I'm right, you'll spend eternity in heaven with your whole family. So it's a win win situation. All you have to do is go in your room, ask Jesus in your heart, and to forgive you. That's it, baby. Please, please, please. I love you so much, Wade. From the time they placed you in my arms, I knew you were mine and loved you so much. You may never know the love I have for you. You may not have grown under my heart, but you did grow in it. Your dad, sisters, and I are so glad you came into our lives. We all love you. I will write again. Love, Mama. Oh, that's kind of sweet. The part where he says, You may not grow under my heart, but you did grow in it. Okay, and then he responds. Okay, so he responds later on that evening. He says, Hey, Mama, I'm so glad that you wrote to me. And the message that you sent telling me to accept Jesus. You are right. I want to spend eternity in heaven with my family. It is something that is hard for me to do, but I know that He exists and that He wants me to accept Him in my heart. All of the pain and the hurt that I have been through has molded me negatively. But despite what they say that I did, Mama, just know it's not the truth. The media and news are saying horrible things, but that does not mean that it is true at all. Just remember that. I love you so much as well and miss you so deeply. Thank you for being here with me and being with me through this situation because, like always, I need you. Stay strong through this situation with me and let's both keep praying. I wrote to the chaplain and I asked for a Bible after you wrote me your message. I know that I need him in my life to put him first and things will get better for me. Don't be down, Mama, and know that I am all right even despite all of this. I really do not want for you to have to suffer as well as me. Just pray for me and know that God will take care of me. What did you do today? Whitney writes to me a lot on here, and she sent me a picture of blank at the pumpkin patch that they went to over the previous weekend. My future lays in his hands and he will take care of it. I love you so much, Mom, and you are my mom and always have been and always will be, no matter what. And I love and adore you so much. Your birthday is not that far away either. I'm so sorry that I have to be away again for another of your birthdays that I won't get to see or spend with you. Not seeing you kills me the most and breaks my heart into pieces. But like I said, Mama, stay strong with me, and over time they can show that I did not do these things that they are saying, and I will come home again. Love you to the moon and back. Okay, so the next day, next morning, 11:55 a.m., she responds and she says, "Hi, sweetheart. It was a great day yesterday. We spent the evening at Wendy's. They went out as a family trick-or-treating. Blank dressed up as a pirate, Captain Hook, and Wendy as a good witch, Blank as a unicorn, and Blank as a shark. They looked so cute. Dad and I gave out hot dogs in place of candy at Wendy's. Everyone loved it. The kids and parents thought that was wonderful because no one had time to eat dinner. We gave out about 80 hot dogs and buns. The best part was Daddy and I spent time together. Dad got a new used car. The other car he hit a deer and totaled the car. So we bought a used car. It has 70,000 miles on it, but it works great. Dad has been officiating a lot, and I go with him. I really enjoy getting out. Plus, it gives him company. I'm at Wendy's today doing laundry. I got here at 6:30 to get the kids off for school. So I'm here all day. I love you, Wade, from here to the moon. Love, Mama. Please, I don't have my glasses on, so excuse any mistakes." Okay, so the next day he responds and he says, "Hi, Mama, how are you doing? It was so good to receive your letter. I always look forward to getting on here and seeing something from you. It always makes my day. I really like the idea that you and Dad came up with about passing out hot dogs. That's something I have never heard people doing on Halloween. What a great idea. I bet that all the parents and even the kids love that one. How was your day today? I wish that you would send me some pictures sometimes. Do you have any of blank and blank in their costumes? If so, please send them. I would love to be included and see how adorable they look. How has Dad been? You said that you go with him to the games that he referees at? I know that he probably enjoys that you come with him and get to support him in what he likes to do. It would be great if I could come to some of his games too. I remember when I was younger and I used to go to some of his games with him. I wish I still young. At times like this, even more so. I told Whitney, and I think that I mentioned it to you in a previous letter. The jail is coming out with iPads soon that we can buy. Then I will be able to have visitations with you while you are at your house. I know that you are reluctant to send money to me, but I have hopes that you change your heart because I really do need you. I love you, Mama, and I hope to hear from you again soon. Send me pictures if possible. XOXO. P.S. I asked for a Bible and received it today. Looking forward to getting into it sometime tonight and doing some much needed reading, followed by prayer. I love you." And then the next day, Wade says to his mom, "Just wanted to write to you today and send all my love your way to the moon and back." And then the next morning at 6:24, Wade sends another message to her and says, "Good morning, Mother. I wanted to start my day off by first writing to you and sending all of my love in your direction. How are you? Your birthday's coming up fast. As the days continue to go by, I think more and more of you. I woke up early on to take a shower and get cleaned up." There's some redactions. And it says, "I wrote to you yesterday. Did you receive my letter? I hope that it found you well. Not much has happened or changed since I wrote to you last. My days tend to be pretty monotonous in here. What with waking up, eating, and reading, lastly, sleeping, repeat. I also wrote to Whitney and Wendy. Whitney writes me the most out of the both of them. I know that Wendy's extremely busy. Well, they both are, really. But either way, it's so good to be getting letters from all three of you. You are keeping me strong and giving me a positive outlet that I so need at this time. Well, I love you, Mama, and I'm glad that I got to wake up this morning and write to you. All my love to the moon and back." And then she writes him back at noon that day. She says, "Hi, sweetie. Yes, I got your letter yesterday, and I love hearing from you. I want to send pictures, but I don't know how. I'm sure it's not hard, but just have to figure it out. I've been busy at home with Wendy's kids. I do love it, and I'm so thankful I can still do it. Yes, my birthday's coming up, and I thank God I'm still her. or I'm sure I'm still here, and then redactions. Sometimes I forget. I love you so much and pray for you all the time. Please know that there is never a moment that I don't think about you. Dad and I reminisced about you the other day. It's hard to believe you're a man now. I would love for you to be a kid again so I can hold you. I really miss that. Dad is going to get this text thing so he can start writing you too. Well, I just got a call from Whitney and she told me how to send pictures, so I will send you some. Blank and Blank keep me busy. I take Blank to the bus stop every day, and one day a week I take her to dance and Blank to gymnastics. Ninja gymnastics. Huh, interesting. Anyway, and it says Blank I drive to pre-K every day. He loves sports. Wen took him to a Preds hockey game yesterday and he had a ball. He just finished football and now is playing soccer. They both love to run and swim. Whitney's Blank is getting so big and round, maybe? A lot of the times on their redactions, it's like it almost erases, it like almost whites out the last letter, it seems. It says Blank, Dad is ready for us to go so long for now. I love you to the moon and back, Mama. Okay, and then he responds that same day. He says, Hey there, Mama. It's so good to hear back from you. Well, I'm being moved to a different location tomorrow. For now, up to this point, I have been living in a one-man cell on 23-hour-a-day lockdown. But tomorrow morning, they will be moving me from here to the other jail called the core jail, and I will be placed in an open population dorm. They are doing this because I have not been charged with the charges that the media is speaking on. So this is a very good thing, and I am overall happy that I am being moved and that I will be around other people. It's a really good to hear from you about blank and blank. I can only imagine how busy they must keep you. Even for someone my age, that would be a challenge to keep up with them. So for yourself, I can imagine your hands are indeed full. Not saying anything about your age or anything, and there's some redactions. And then it says, so blank goes to the bus first in the morning and then you drive blank second? Here we go. Although you did say no, I wanted to ask you about helping me at all with me getting soaps and much needed basic hygiene essentials that I really could use. Now that they are moving me tomorrow, I will need to buy clothes and such. If you still feel the same way, please do consider changing your heart and know that these are things that I need and that I desperately need for my family to help me in any way that they possibly could. Mom, I am not asking for a lot, but I am asking for help. Please. I'm being good and doing all that I can on my side and behalf, but I really need you guys. I try not to ask for much, and I would not if I did not need you. But please, just so I can get clothes, soap, shampoo, socks, boxers. I need my family and I need your help. You also cannot send me books in this jail, but with canteen money, I can purchase books and other reading material, newspapers, magazines, word searches, etc. Things to keep my mind and spirit occupied and to brighten my days in here. Please speak with Dad over this and try to understand where I'm coming from. Thank you so much. Well, I received my Bible 2 days ago. Since then, I have been doing some reading in it and try to work upon its meaning and apply it to me daily. I think there's a way that I can pursue Bible courses while being in here. If so, I will let you know. Please do send me the pictures of yourself and blank and blank. I would love to be included in everyone's daily life and see what is going on. Whitney told you how to send pictures? Question mark. Did it make sense to you? And do you think that now you will be able to get it figured out? I really hope so. You guys took blank to a Preds game? How was that? And did they win against who they were playing? And then here's another message the same day. Wants to make sure she got the message about putting money on his canteen, right? So he says, Mama, did you get the message I sent earlier? I ask that you do have mercy on me and understand that I know that I am in a bad situation and I do need my family to help me. A huge part of helping me is helping me be able to buy the simple things like soap and hygiene products. Without these things and without you, I am in a horrible situation and my days become a horrible nightmare. I ask that you look into your heart and rethink helping me, please. I love you dearly and need you. How was your afternoon and what did you do? If you write back before the night is over, I can and will respond, as I have this machine all night. Love you to the moon and back. And then, oh my God, he's writing her again. Oh my God. Give it up. Trying to just hustle her. Okay, so it says, my heart told me to write you again, Mama. I wanted you to always know that you're my mom and that you and only you hold such a special place in my heart. Ever since I was a little boy, you took care of me and showed me genuine love. Thank you for being the number one best thing in my life. Through these tough times, you have remained here and never left my side. And for that, you are the world's strongest and greatest mother that God ever created. I love you dearly and will for the rest of our lives. And then she responds the next morning. She says, Sweetie, I love you so much and always will. I know you're grown up, but you will always be my baby. I pray for you all the time. Love you to the moon and back. That's not what he wanted to hear. He wanted to hear something about the money. He's waiting to hear. Okay, so now Steve, Wade's adoptive dad, is writing it back. So Candy's husband. So this is 10:36 that morning. So the mom, Candy, wrote him at 8:56. So 2 hours after that, about 2 hours after that, Steve is writing him, and he says, "Hi Wade, I apologize for taking so long to get this account set up. Things have been a little crazy here. I'm so sorry for your situation, but know that I pray for you regularly that you will find that God is always near and wants to renew his relationship with you. It is never too late. Fall has come, and we have had several nights in the low 30s and upper 20s already. I mowed the grass for the last time this past weekend and hope I don't have to do it again until next spring sometime. And I hope that I don't have to do it again until next spring sometime. It is basketball season again, and I am officiating 3 to 4 nights per week, doing mostly middle school and JV games, but having fun and staying in shape, so all is good. I tried to officiate last season, but was not in shape. Some redactions, and then it says, Your mom comes with me most nights and sits over in the corner doing crossword puzzles or Sudoku. I am not 68, and mom will be the same this November 19th. What does it say? I am not 68? I don't know. It's probably supposed to be I am 68. Anyway, so we are senior citizens for sure now, lol. Seems every day brings something new, whether good or bad. I don't know if you're aware, but I hit a deer in July with my Mazda and it totaled the car. We went with one car until just recently. Had to buy something just to get around. Sad because both cars were paid off and now we have a car payment again. The car is an older Volvo, which is in very good condition and safe too. But the budget takes a hit, of course. Mom has probably told you that Whitney and Blank are coming to stay with us while Blank is in Missouri getting official training for his new job. Oh, that's right. So I'm going to I started redacting and just putting the first letter of the names that are redacted. So therefore I don't have to keep saying like Blank. I could just say W just because these are the kids' names, and well, some of them are the kids and then some are the husbands. So I just figured since they're not really part of it, I redacted them, especially the kids, but I started just leaving like the first letter, so it'd be easy to read through. So it says, so I could just do, told you that Whitney and W are coming to stay with us while M is in Missouri getting official training for his new job in the Army. I'm not sure of the exact dates, but they will come late in March and stay with us until sometime late June or July. Needless to say, it'll be a little crowded as we will also have their poodle here as well. Bear will enjoy having another dog here as he is very social and loves to play. I am still working and often get busy to the point that I am on the computer or telephone 7 to 8 hours a day. I guess that is good as I have come to realize I am not very well suited for retirement. I need something to do, and work does provide an outlet for the energy. Sometimes when work is slow, I search for something to do. So the laundry is always done, the floor is vacuumed, and the garage has been rearranged countless times. I still have my motorcycle, but other than a trip to Lexington, Kentucky in early June, did not go anywhere very far from home. Now that basketball is here and the weather has turned colder, it will be rare that I jump on the bike for a little ride. Hopefully the winter will not be too severe and I can get out every once in a while. Always nice to feel the wind in your face, but don't like to shiver from the cold though. I look forward to hearing from you when you can message. May God watch over you. Love, Dad. Okay, so the next day, Wade writes to his mom. Candy, and says, Mom, the way it works here, if you were to send a book to me, it would have to be donated to the library and then purchased, and anyone can purchase it before I even did. Is there any way that you could put the same amount that you would spend on 2 books into my account so then I could purchase new books in here? I really need them as I can read a lot and want to keep my mind occupied. Please let me know. I love you to the moon and back. And then he writes her again and says, no, now he writes his dad. Sorry, he writes Steve, his dad, and says, Dad, let me first start by saying thanks. Thank you for being here for me through this difficult time that I am enduring right now. So it was great to get a letter from you. I also did get the picture. What a great picture of you. I love the dog also. It is great to see the dog for the first time. Mama has told me a little bit about it. His name is Bear, right? Mama also told me that you hit a deer with your car. That is crazy. I can't believe that actually happened to you. It's always something that could or is in the back of your mind, but how often does it actually occur? I'm so glad that only the car got wrecked and that you are okay and nothing happened other than that. Also, Mama told me that she has been coming to all of your referee games and enjoys doing so. It reminded me of when I sometimes used to come with you to some of the games that you worked when I was younger. I can imagine that this is keeping you in excellent shape. Don't forget to do your push ups. How many can you do at one time now? I explained to Mama the way it works here with purchasing books and reading material. She usually would send me books, but here, when books come in, they have to be donated to the library and then purchased. And anyone can purchase your book, even before you get to it. So I asked and wanted to ask you, can she be allowed to still help me purchase books by putting the equal amount of 2 general price books onto my account so I can buy my books? I can read a lot, and it is about the only thing that I can do in here with my time. That would be great if you guys could help me with this. I will surely be here for a while and want to keep my mind going in a positive and productive fashion. By the way, I am really intrigued with your motorcycle. It is not a Harley, right? Pretty sure I remember Mama telling me that it was not. What brand is it? Do you think that you could send me a picture of the bike? You mentioned that you took a trip on it. How was that? Well, Dad, I love you so much, and I'm so glad that you are here for me through this. Like you said, God has my back through this whole situation. Okay, and then he writes Candy now, and same day, he says, I hope that you and Dad are able to help me buy books. That would be really great. But I wanted to write you another message, Mama, and again send all of my love in your direction. I got your message from this morning, and it was so great to hear from you. I love you to the moon and back. But do you notice how much he's writing them right now, right? Because he needs them, he needs their money. He doesn't have all these women sending him money. And then notice the more current ones where he has all these people sending him money, he barely even talks to them. Not like this. Shows you his intention, right? Okay, so now the next day, he writes his mom and says, Hey, Mama, how are you doing? Really hope that you had a great day today and that all was well. Did you get my message in particular over aiding me in being able to purchase my books and reading material? That would really be great. The books go for general prices similar to Amazon. I will be able to put my book order out this coming Sunday. Please let me know if this is something that you and Dad can help me with, please. Thank you so much if you are. I can read a lot, as you probably remember. I generally try to make 2 books last throughout the week, though, and to not read too fast. By the way, I did get the picture that you guys sent of Dad and Bear, your dog. What a great picture. Dad still looks great for his age and looks in shape. I know with him doing that referee gig that he does stay in pretty tip top shape for his age. I'm so glad he gets to do something that he loves, makes a little money from it, and gets to remain physically fit. That's a positive triple threat. I love you so much, Mama. It always pleases me and makes me feel good to let you. Wait, what? It always pleases me and makes me feel good to let you. I don't know. Today makes 12 days left until your birthday. Happy early birthday, Mama. I have court coming up on the 12th of this month. We'll be sure to let you know how it goes. And then there's some redactions, and then it says, Well, anyways, Mama, I will go now, but I want to write and send my love. Have a great rest of your evening to the moon and back. And then he writes his dad again. Dang it. One's got to make sure you receive the messages about the money, right? Anyway, he says, Wanted to write you and send all of my love and good wishes. Did you receive my previous message? I pray that it found you well. Also, would you and Mama please let me know if you'd be able to assist me in my purchasing of books? I will have to place an order on Sunday and my books would get to me on Wednesday. That would be great. I try to stretch it out and would make 2 books last me reading through a week. How was your day today? And what did you guys do? Mama always tells me a bit of what you two are getting into. She said that you referee 3 to 4 times per week. No wonder you looked in such good shape in that picture of you and Bear. You don't look a day over 25. But really, Dad, you do look to be in terrific shape. It's great that you get to do something that you love and that it helps you maintain your physical fitness and keep you in shape. Do you still regularly do your push ups? What is your max that you can do in a set? I did not hear back from you or Mama today, which tells me that you guys both had a full plate and were very busy. Mama tells me that she takes Blank to the bus in the morning and drives Blank to school. If you get the opportunity to, would you please send me more pictures? It is like Christmas Day to me every time that you guys send a picture or write back to me. Please, if you are able, help me in purchasing my books. The book program here does have a variety of selection and some really great reading. I already have 2 in mind that I would like to purchase. Well, I love you, Dad, and can't wait to hear from you. You are in my thoughts and prayers. Please keep me in yours. All of my love, your son. Which 2 do you have in mind, Wade? Because I wonder if he would really even buy 2 books with it or if he buys something else. They would never know. I mean, you could just say that. But either way, it's just like, come on. She said she wasn't going to send you money. Then you're freaking hassling and like every message. And then if another message on top of it to make sure they got it and if they're not responding right away. Okay, so now 3 days after that, he writes to his mom and says, "Everything okay, Mama? Did not hear back from you and Dad, and I have wrote multiple messages the past couple of days. Please let me know that all is fine with everyone. I love you so much." No, you know what it is, Wade? They don't want to be hustled and hassled about this money. They told you no, and then you sent them each 2 long messages bugging them about these books you want to buy after they said they weren't going to send you money. So yeah, they don't respond for a couple of days because I'm sure they don't want to be bugged about money. Anyway, okay, so she does respond about an hour after that message and says, "Hi, son, this is Dad." So Steve is writing through Candy's account. Anyway, he says, "This is Dad. Mom and I are out of town on a little vacation. We have not been on one for over 2 years. We stopped in Alabama so I could play golf. Mom treated me. I had not played for several months, but hit a few balls on Thursday past. Hit the ball well, but only made 1 putt. Mom drove the cart and we had a good time. Weather is beautiful today with low 60s and no clouds or wind. A great day. Mom will write more later. Love you, Dad." And then he responds and he says, "Hi, Mom and Dad. I miss you guys so much. It really made me happy to hear from you, and I wish I was on the golf course with you enjoying the Alabama weather. Someday this will be a reality for us. I wanted to mention something to you that is very important. Please hear me out. I am so grateful for the books that Mom sends me off Amazon. However, there's a problem because this jail won't accept any books in from anywhere. This is a horrible place and that does not accommodate any of our personal needs. Knowledge is power, and it really frees my spirit to be able to read something positive. The only way we can get reading material in here is to buy crossword puzzles and similar things off the canteen catalog. At this moment, I am using another inmate's deodorant because I don't have my basic hygiene. They barely give us any soap here, so usually I borrow my friend's soap too. This is very upsetting and gross. So it bothers me to do this, but I have to humble myself and ask you to help me with my basic hygiene needs, reading materials, and stamps and envelopes that I need to be able to write letters to places that won't accept my kiosk requests. Well, what places you gotta write letters to, Abe? Whatever it is that you may send, I promise to use it productively and responsibly. I hope you can understand just how bad I am doing in here. I want to thank you for any support that you might be able to offer me. I love you guys with all my heart, and I'm wishing you guys the best vacation. Please write me soon. Miss you, Wade." Okay, so the next morning, Candy, his mom, responds and says, "Hey, Wade, we have received all your requests on money, and as soon as we get back from our trip, which will be the 18th, I will send you some money. We are all fine. Dad and I needed this vacation. We are all stressed out. Sorry, but we are very concerned about you. We love you so much, sweetheart. I know you're not okay, and that's what is bothering us. I wish things had been different for you. Today is sunny and not a cloud in the sky. There's little to no wind. Blank and Whitney went to Portland, Oregon yesterday to the zoo in a basketball game. By the way, DJ was asking for you and said to say hi. He lives in Washington State. He works at the University of Washington. He loves it out there. Wendy is Wendy. She's very busy, and I know misses me this week because of the help I give her. Blank and Wendy are going to the Dominican Republic for Thanksgiving. I might be repeating this to you. Sorry if I am. Dad and I will be spending this time alone this year. I'll write later. I will always love you to the moon and back. Love always, Mama. And then he, of course, he's got to respond right back because she actually gave in and said, oh, she'll send him money. She's probably all on that vacation high, when you're in a good mood from being on vacation. So he says, hi, Mama. I've been doing a lot of thinking and soul, I'm sure it's supposed to be soul searching, and have come to realize how much I value the relationship that I have with you and Dad. There were a lot of times in the past where I could have been more grateful for the things that you have done for me. Thank you so much for the funds that you will be sending me, and I promise again to use responsibly. I cannot thank you enough for your support, and all I can say is that I am with you guys in thought and spirit. I'm so glad to hear that you and Dad are having a really enjoyable time on your vacation. That makes me so happy to hear that. It really does bring joy to my heart and a smile to my face. What a blessing to hear that DJ is interested still in me and said hi. Please let him know that I am also thinking of him and send him my love and joy. I do talk to Whitney, and she let me know that she will be living with you guys soon. I know how great that it will be to have both her and W around. So W is her son. Says you are the best mom in the whole wide world and are the most caring person this world has to offer. And I know that W will enjoy soaking all of your loving up like a sponge. I received a Bible about 2 weeks ago now and have slowly but steadily been reading and trying to get the most that I can from it. At the moment, I am reading a separate book that the chaplain sent to me that tells you how to break apart the Bible and better understand its concepts and meaning. This is something that is good for me and allows for my mind and heart to better grasp it in whole. Remember the picture of me and DJ peeing in the backyard? I still remember that, and it makes me laugh. I love you very much, Mama. To the moon and back. P.S. Enjoy your vacation and you and Dad have a great time. Okay, so the next day, he writes to his mom and says, well, both of them. He says, hey, Mom and Dad, as usual, thinking about you every day and missing you. Those pictures were awesome. For a moment, I was lost there in Alabama on vacation with you guys. Cannot wait to get out and see you. Will you take me to Alabama? LOL. I could probably beat Dad in golf. Look, so I forgot to point out some of the people or some of the flagged messages because of words. So like flagged, found beat. It's like out of context. It shouldn't be like a big deal, right? It says, please continue to send more pictures when you have the time. The last thing I wanted to mention very quickly is that I found that I have to put my commissary order in by the 19th at 6 a.m., which basically means that I have to order it by the 18th. I know you said that you would send some money on the 18th, so it would be just perfect timing to get it then so I can get my order ASAP. I cannot thank you enough for doing that. I know you know that, but I just want to make it clear to you. No pressure, Mom, because I know you will get it done on your own timing. Love you always. Enjoy the trip. Have fun and write me when you get some downtime. Love always to the moon and back, Wade. So 2 days later, his mom writes him back and says, hey, sweetie, we are still on vacation and today is very cold and rainy. We went golfing again yesterday. The week is going very fast, but at least we have had beautiful weather. Cold but beautiful. Dad and I went on a 90-minute tour to buy a timeshare. But since we have a very limited funds, we're not desirable buyers. LOL. But we did get $100 certificates to 2 restaurants. We used one already. Dad had a blackened grouper sandwich, which he said was okay. I had scallops and a cream sauce with breadcrumbs baked on top. My dinner was fantastic. We ended it with sharing a piece of key lime pie, which was yummy. The bill used the certificate entirely. This has been a relaxing trip. I'm feeling physically so much better. Our dog is at Wendy's. I wish you could have been home to take care of him. You would love him. He sits at our feet while we watch TV and sleeps next to the bed at night. What a cute big cutie. Wendy has had her hands full with 2 little kids, 3 dogs, and a bird. Oh yes, and C this week. I love you, Wade. Wish you were here to enjoy this too. Love you to the moon and back. And then Wade responds back to her that day, same day, and says, hello, Ma. It was such a blessing to read your message. Each and every single time that you write to me, I feel as though it is my birthday, as I get so excited. When you say that you and Dad went golfing yesterday, I'm assuming that you drove the cart while he played, unless you too have started playing, LOL. I think for me and you, Mom, that it is safer and best for us and those around us that we just drive the cart rather than try to hit the ball. At least I know that is the case for us. It was interesting to hear that you and Dad went to something concerning a timeshare. Maybe this is not something that you can get now, but potentially in the near future. The Lord blesses and shows us things that we think we cannot do or attain and makes them possible. So let us pray for this for you guys. How good was your key lime pie? When I was living and working down in the Florida Keys, we used to purchase key lime pie from the West Keys Pie Company. This was a local bakery, and wow, it was delicious. How are you enjoying the weather? I see that you say that it is beautiful out there. I wish I could be there with you both now enjoying this vacation. By the way, Mom, I have fantastic news that I would like to let you know. It is not yet a guarantee, but it is looking to be something that may potentially occur. There is a local lawyer here in Fort Myers that is well known as being the best here and even in surrounding areas close by. He is very interested in taking and working my case for me free of charge. This is at least a $60,000 fee at the minimum that normally it would cost to hire legal representation for my situation. Please let Dad and everyone else know. Every lawyer is required by the state of Florida to take a certain amount of cases every year pro bono, free. And being that it is something that the lawyer personally would be interested in, he has told me this could be good for both himself and I. What a blessing. Keep praying, and let's all hope and pray that he does take over my situation and work for me. Well, Mother, I love you dearly, and I'm thinking of you and Dad constantly, and also doing more praying. Thanks to you, you have made me think how serious it really is that now I reconnect myself to the Lord. I want to be a better individual day by day, and when we all pass away, I want to be with my family in His house. I am reading and nearly done now with a 400-page book on theology that breaks down the Bible so that you can better understand its meaning and the context of its writing when it was written during those times. Such an informational book and eye opener for me. When I am finished reading it, then I'm going to get into my King James Bible and apply it. What is a book or scripture that is your favorite? Get back to your vacation time, and you guys please both be happy and know that I love you and I am doing my best here to be upright and spiritually sound and happy overall. Keep the situation over this lawyer in your prayers. Right back when you have a moment of downtime. I love you, your son. So that's it as far as the messages between Wade and his adoptive parents, Candy and Steve, in 2019 up until the middle of November. So next, I think I'll probably do him and Kristen's individual messages, just their thread. And then I want to do him and his bio dad, Steve. Now, I forgot to tell you though, I do have more of the newer ones from a continuing from where I left off on the newer ones from July. I forget the dates, but like I think mid-July or wherever I left off for like a week or so in July. And it's 900 pages though. That's how much he talks in July compared to this was over what a month and a half of kiosk messages, and there was only 100 pages from 2019. The ones from freaking July for just a week were 900 pages. That's how much he freaking texts. But if you want to see them all together, like I said, I put the link in the description of the live where we read them all together. So check the description. Have a good day. Bye. Oh, give me your thoughts on a comment down below and let me know what you guys think of these. Let me know what you guys think of her saying like she told everybody not to send him money. So I'm imagining she's probably telling his two sisters too, like don't send him any money. And then well that is who she's telling. That's right, because there's messages between him and his two sisters too, which are kind of interesting. There's a lot of messages between him and his sisters, so I could do those individualized too. But yeah, no, and then he bugs. Every message after that is mentioning the freaking money and sending him money, right? So finally, I think, because they're on vacation all happy, and I think he probably knew, let me get them while they're on their happiest and like more, you know what I'm saying? If people are like all happy on vacation, they might be more prone to doing it. So he didn't give up and they gave in. Well, at least they said. We'll see when I get more in how much they end up giving. But okay, have a good one, everybody.